Hi, I'm Melanee Hand with Los Alamos County Council, and I'm here to give you a summary of our regular session that we held this last Tuesday. That was May 28th, 2024. So it was a relatively short meeting, and so I'll just run through some of the things that we approved and some of the other things that are coming up in the near future. So let's see, the first two items that we had were proclamations. We had two proclamations. One was declaring the second week of June annual LGBTQ plus Pride Week. And the second proclamation was recognizing the 10th anniversary of the Firstborn program of Los Alamos. Moving on, for our consent agenda, we had 6 items. They all were approved. And so I'll just go through those quickly. One was for a service agreement with New Mexico Fire Protection. With API Life Safety. It was for maintenance and repair services not to exceed $925,000. Then we had an approval of amendment to contract with Bohannon Houston for the purpose of engineering services for the White Rock Water Resource Reclamation Facility. We had approval of the DOE LAC resource pool budget for fiscal years 2025 and 26. And we had an appointment to fill 2 vacancies on the Board of Registration. Those 2 vacancies will be filled with Lisa Hampton and Greg White. For board and commission appointments, we had an appointment of Jill DeHaven for the Los Alamos County Health Council. And lastly, we had a removal of a date, for a deadline for a contract. Basically, there were just some delays for the New Mexico grant application in the amount of $2 million. With a total project amount of $6 million. It's basically for a new middle mile fiber optic line connecting White Rock to Pojoaque. So that will be in place by the end of June. We had 4 public hearings announced. The first one was a code ordinance amending Chapter 26, the Municipal Court, Article I, Section 6, to abolish the corrections fee, the mandatory judicial education fee, and the mandatory court automation fee to comply with amendments to state law. And this will take effect July 1st, 2024. See, this is basically just housekeeping with the ordinance to align with the state law. And basically the general state budget will align and basically fund this in the future. The next one was a code ordinance amending Chapter 38, Traffic and Vehicles, Article 5, Section 293, to abolish certain fee assessments associated with a conviction for operating a motor vehicle under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, to comply with amendments to state law that take effect July 1st, 2024. The state will fund this through a different program in the future. Then we had code ordinance amending Chapter 20, Article 4, regarding the deposit and investment of county funds. And the last was, well, it isn't the last, but it's a very long one. I'll just show you how long it, I don't think I should read all that. It's very, very long. But what it says, it's it's Los Alamos Ordinance number 732, construction of a water booster station, electrical and mechanical upgrades to several booster stations. And this is related to the drinking water system loan. And we're also talking about replacing with fiber optics and ELP based instead of a radio system. So we're preparing an RFP and scope fiber optic projects soon. Lastly, we had an ordinance that authorized the Incorporated County of Los Alamos to submit an amendment number 2 to the New Mexico Environment Department Clean Water State Revolving Fund for the purpose of increasing the funding of loan number CWSRF 110. I'm sure everybody's very interested in that number. I'm just kidding. By $1,200,000 for the bio lift station elimination project. Bids were above the budget in this particular case, and so they're just trying to increase the amount to proceed with that project. For business, actually, we had one agenda item that was postponed, so we had to amend our agenda for the evening. It was removing and basically postponing the strategic planning and performance dashboard update, but that will be coming soon. And there are quite a few interesting things. If you looked at the packet of information in the agenda packet, you will see, the table with all their different performance indicators and what things were completed and are currently going on. And so I think, it was interesting. I will look forward to hearing more about that. The second item of business, or basically turned into the first item of business, was the consideration possible approval of the updated deposit and investment policy. This was basically an update to a 2005 document to improve consistency, 100% collateralization, and other needed cleanup for clarity. Basically, the changes were based on legal advice received from the local government investment pool. Then we went on to council business, and we had a board appointment to the Board of Public Utilities. There were 2 candidates that were recommended, and one of those candidates withdrew their application. So the person that received the most votes by council was Jennifer Hollingsworth. So congratulations, Jennifer. We had our board and commission working group reports, everything from the arts and public places. Basically, Stephanie Hauser was voted as the chair, so congratulations, Stephanie. We heard about the Planning and Zoning Commission and Mirador PID. Basically, the new traffic light down in White Rock has been approved, so I'm sure there are a few people that are happy to hear about that. Let's see, then we moved on to the county manager's report, and what I would say, it's a very extensive report, and this is provided in the packet that we have with our agenda. And what you can find out if you look at that report is, you have all the recent updates from different departments for April. This includes how they meet their goals, status and numbers of specific productive activities that have been completed, and capital project updates. So there's a lot of good information in there, but it is extensive. So If you're interested in looking at how a particular project or activity is going, please take a look at that report. You might get better details. Let's see, council chair report. She basically, that's Chair Durkis. She talked about some Zoom calls that had been executed with the Senate and Arms Committee, and then she just talked about board and commission work plan reviews that are currently going on. Let's see. Then we talked about just some of the upcoming items that are on the Tickler report. This is a good report to find out what's coming up, and if you want to attend one of those meetings in the future, I highly recommend you take a look at that report. The June 11th meeting will have a public hearing on the animal ordinance, and there's also a petition for several intersection improvements. And on the 8th, there will be a DOE EM update on the 18th of June. And then there will also be an economic vitality topic. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes, and some of my notes I can't understand what my notes say, so sorry about that. So that's about it for our meeting this last Tuesday. I hope everybody is looking forward to summer, and we look forward to seeing you at our next council meeting or one in the future. So have a great day. Thank you.